Okay, I think we need to use a little bit of common sense. Um, I would be somebody that lives in poverty. Jack Layton would be a guy that got elected or, was really trying to fight the good fight against poverty. Why would somebody living in poverty feel Jack Layton didn't really give a shit? Maybe it's because I had some firsthand experience. And I wasn't on this friggin' welfare system when I was asking for help. I was a hard-working, tax-paying Canadian that was dealing with an awful lot of abuse that this man didn't give a shit whether it was going on or not. Eventually, when you beat somebody enough, they get disabled and end up on a welfare system. So there is a cause of why I'm here. Definitely was in touch with Jack Layton. Jack Layton definitely threatened to sue me if I spoke my truth. So why is Jack Layton, when he was alive, so against hearing my truth? So it's like, threatened to sue me. I guess you haven't figured out that if you stand for that corporate structure and you make sure that everybody loses their house and loses everything that they work so damn hard for and can do any damn thing they want to your credit. You can work as hard as you want for your credit. There's too many people interested in destroying your credit. So when you have no credit and you have no income, what are you going to do? Sue me? I get my money from a rock. You can have the rock. I can pick up another rock. So, it's kind of, I am very, very sorry the man died. If he was able to communicate with people and really understand the causes of poverty and work, truly be the man that was fighting against poverty, chances are he would have received some information on how cancer is cured and not die. But the man wasn't able to receive information to find out what's really going on. And I tried to look through, okay, what are some of his accomplishments? Well, apparently, he was living in a co-op that was subsidized by the government. Clearly, he didn't really need government subsidy because as soon as he was found, not guilty of doing anything wrong, he had more than enough money to buy a house. So it's like, if you got more than enough money to buy a house, why are you accepting government subsidies at the same time you're fighting about millions of people are dying because they don't have housing? Seems to me that there is a big contradiction there. Seems to me that this guy would take advantage of government systems at his profit when people like me kind of think that a welfare system is wrong. I kind of think that if you work for a living, you should keep that money in your own pocket and not have to pay me to survive. But as long as people support politicians like that, where the rule of law only applies to people in poverty, they gotta follow all laws, while people that have wealth can get away with any damn crime they want. I don't see that this guy was ever fighting for poverty, yet that seems to be what he's famous for. That's what he was the hero for. How many people? And this is, I am not speaking up for myself. I am trying to be the voice of everybody that's living in poverty right now. There are women and children that are suffering, that are being beaten, that are homeless. And this isn't just a female and children. This is, the female has more money than the father, then she can take that man for everything he's got and never ever be able to see his kids. So there's a hell of a lot of harm being done to fathers in Canada, and that pain, there's just not that much assistance for men as there are for women, and they end up on the street without any assistance. And they're, the pain is so great, they're usually alcoholics. So, this is not, I'm against all men. This very much affects men, and I would suspect there's more males out there that found Jack Layton not to be in support of their issues, but they're homeless. They don't have computers. They don't have a voice. The only people that have voices right now are people that can afford to pay for the hydro and the computer, that are able to voice their opinions. When you voice your opinion, look at your bank account. When you voice your opinions, have you benefited from this guy? And if you benefited from this guy, at the cost of what? Because there's definitely a cause to poverty. Why is it we are not waking up to the causes and cure the causes? Turns out that would have cured a cancer. Guy's been around curing cancer for over 20 years without a pill. Cure the cause, you cure the cancer. Cure any cause of any illness, you cure the illness. It's not really rocket science. It's figure out the cause of what manifested your illness, reverse mechanics that, and changes the cause. Change your behavior, change your environment, and you heal. And that's been proven for over 20 years, but that's a little dirty secret that government doesn't really want you knowing about, because it's all about the corporate world and how many doctors would be unemployed. How many people in the medical industry would actually be unemployed if we actually just change our behavior and doctors don't have to sell pills anymore? How many people are in the manufacturing of pills? How many people are profiting off of the pharmaceutical world? I mean, there's a hell of a lot of people that would be unemployed if government actually let you know, oops, our environment is really, really bad and it's causing all your cancers. Now, he might have touched on that a bit, but sure as hell he didn't. I would have gone towards hitting the justice system and getting rid of the justice system, because the justice system says you cannot legally say what a cure is. You can't really point a finger at a corporate structure that's poisoning the air. You legally can't point the finger and say you are the one that's guilty of doing this. Stop doing this. Greenpeace has been out there trying to do that for a long time, but it legally can't be done. You do not have enough money to fight that corporate structure that says it can be proven. And yet, the air is polluted and nobody knows where that pollution is coming from. You can't point the finger at anybody's polluting anything. Let's take a look at those chemtrails. What the hell do you think that's doing to our health right now? Did Jack Layton bring anything up if he's concerned about the environment? Did he ever bring anything up about these chemtrails? Did he go real public with that? I don't know. I don't watch mainstream media. Something tells me he didn't bring that one up. Chances are that might have been what was killing him. But it's definitely genetics. Apparently his father died of the same thing. So it's a genetic cause. There's some behavior, some belief systems within his family tree that's creating the behavior that manifests into his cancer. Guy couldn't face his own evil, and it killed him in the end. And that's kind of a wake-up. It may be a challenging conversation that I'm having, but at the end, I ain't making complaints without offering some solutions. If you were able to open your mind and receive some information and say, oh, global economy's kind of crashing. Canada's not safe from this. We are so tied to every other country. If every other country starts falling down, we fall with it. So, it's coming. And I do believe, I really believe, that Canada has the spirit to do the right thing. It's a matter of we got to know what the right thing is. And if it means I bring up a challenging conversation to bring new information up to what is the right thing, we can stimulate a global economy if we start doing the right thing. That would put so many people back to work. You know what? I don't want handouts. I want hand-ups, not handouts. Where is the insanity of saying, give a man a fish so he can eat? No, teach a man how to fish. Give somebody, and it's not even a matter of teaching them, because your education system will teach you how to be all screwed up. You need some changes within your education system. Sorry, 4 kids kind of know how much bullshit is being taught in school. So you're smarter out of school and get self-taught and learn from experience and outcomes and things that can be proven to be true, not just told that it's true because you got it from school and you got a certificate that says, I know the truth now about something. So, lots of changes need to be made. I'm pretty sure a lot of people within the education system itself says the whole system needs to be changed. So we got to use a little bit of common sense there. But that means that there's an awful lot of opportunity. How much radiation is in our air right now? Our food is not really even safe to eat right now. The rain radiation levels are so high here in Canada. Did Jack say anything about that? But this all can be cleaned. We have the technology to clean it. Isn't it odd that the people that have money don't really want to fund new ideas? You know, they just don't. We have the ability to make things last, but we build things to break down. Why? Because we can't figure out how to run an economic system so that, if I build a car and it lasts and you don't have to buy one the next day because yours just broke down, then people wouldn't be able to go back to work because you got to go to work every day and build a car, and you have to make sure it doesn't work so that they always are buying new cars all the time so that you can go back to work. They really don't know how to get out of that. But it's possible. If we did everything the right way, you actually work less and earn more. Concept there. Figure out how that one's done. Bet you they won't teach you that one in school. But it doesn't mean it's not possible. It's very much possible. Right now, the way the system goes is you have to work more and earn less. And somehow that is the solution going to unfold there. To me, I think that's just insanity. Eventually, you're going to have to work, 23 hours a day and get 1 hour sleep. And you know what? They'll make caffeine legal. They'll make it on every freaking corner. Why? So you don't need sleep. So you are energized to be working more than 8 hours a day. And for less money. I personally think that that's kind of insane. We need some change in Canada. And in order for that change to happen, you gotta swallow some tough information. And anybody that wants to throw the word conspiracy, the only thing, somebody that says, oh, you're a conspiracy nut, you know what that tells me about you? That you can't face issues. You can't face the real problem yet. That's your way of deflecting a problem. Oh, everything's fine. It's just a conspiracy. No, you know what? At some point in time, you're going to have to realize that, there are a few problems, and a few of these problems have a cause. I'm not really looking at everybody's a bad guy. Even Jack Layton's not really a bad guy. He's misinformed. So we need to just inform people on what the right thing is to do, and I'm pretty sure Canadians will do the right thing. But don't be going and saying the conspiracy, because all I know is you got issues you don't want to face yet. Time to face the bear. Peace out.